Despite official rhetoric concerning the necessity of protection for whistleblowers, it was a plastic crate at Speaker's Corner for this small group, protesting against the real destruction of human lives caused by official corruption. I asked Hansen of Cure the NHS Lincolnshire whether the small number of people there reflected the size of the problem.
Literally across the UK, there are tens of thousands of traumatised families.
I was the procurement officer, so I was like Santa Claus for the whole trust. There's a project coming up for a new site. Basically, when you're in the NHS, when you're doing a project like that, you need to send it out to tender, so you need to go to 3 competitive companies. Packy didn't do that.
And I found a message on my answer phone meant for the opposition medical expert saying Professor Trimble thought he could get all the experts to agree to blame my syringe on a childhood accident.
They've gone through the local healthcare organisations, they've gone through the healthcare ombudsman, and they've been totally blanked and ignored. And that affects you in such a way which is very difficult to describe.
My personal injury claim and my life were destroyed.
You know, you can cover it up for so long, but eventually it's going to come out.
And which charity promotes all these lawyers? Abner.
So what you're saying is that the original mistake, whatever it was, then is compounded onto families and even communities?
Yeah, absolutely.
My suffering wasn't caused by the accident, it was caused by the systemic cover-up and corruption in our personal injury claims business and the NHS.
And nobody ever admitted that she was that ill, apart from one person who said, yes, we have been talking about how seriously ill Danny is. And she hadn't been told that Danny had died, which is why she told me that.
I was made to, write down what I do from 1 day a week to every day, every 15 minutes. This is how bullying works in the NHS.
I find very, very odd how a doctor who looks after 150 patients didn't write any notes for her.
I've got all the evidence that proves that my father wasn't dying of esophageal cancer for which he was given terminal drugs for. We have fought for 10 years to get a police investigation. I've got so much evidence, the police will not look at it.
They wouldn't believe me, and I had to take pictures of my dying dad in hospital, show them in the meeting, look, this is where I'm going. Everyone denied me steps to getting therapy, and the person I blew the whistle on, he's now the leader of mental health for the whole of London.
How many times has a member of the public won against the Ombudsman at judicial review? And the answer is, Robert, 1.
They promise to put things right, but in fact the reality is that they don't. The more damning your evidence, the less likely you are to get an investigation.
Because of what they have done, because of the injustice upon top of injustice that they have created, they've literally pushed me outside the protection of the law. And it's acknowledged that one person outside the protection of law is all persons outside the protection of the law.
I'm not interested in making a penny out of somebody's death, but I don't want it to happen to other people. And it is still happening to other people. So where are our representatives?
If, as Jan Hansen informed me, the size of this gathering belies the size of the problem, then it surely must be of more urgent interest to the whole country than one tiny independent media outfit and a plastic crate at Speaker's Corner would suggest.